Okay, so it seems like we have a little bit of an update on the whole Filian stuff again, and this one has been a pretty crazy one. So essentially, if you guys don't know or you haven't been following, Filian obviously is on hiatus. She's been on hiatus for about 6 months now, and one of the latest kind of developments was the fact that she removed or privated a lot of her content on all of her social medias, right? Obviously, all of her YouTube videos are privated and gone. All of her Twitter posts are gone, that were deleted. And obviously the kind of banner and the profile picture here, as you can see, are also deleted as well. But there was a couple of accounts that were left alone. For example, like her TikTok. Her TikTok still has all the TikToks up there. Just obviously the profile picture isn't there anymore, right? So it seems like they've made a conscious decision to keep that there. And yeah, the other platform though was obviously Bilibili, which obviously Filian and also a lot of people adjacent with Filian, for example, like Nurosama, are actually quite big over in China. A lot of people love them over in China, and that's why she has an account over there. But obviously, that was not actually following any of the other social media wipes that she had. And many people speculated maybe that's just due to a different account, different person running it. Again, I don't know exactly. I don't know how it kind of works for her. I don't know if she has someone doing it for her over in China or something, or whether it's actually directly controlled by her and her editors and whatever uploading it. Again, I don't know how it is controlled, but one of the things that people have been noticing is the fact that now, if we scroll up, it is gone. It is all of the content here seems to have disappeared from the Bilibili channel now as well. Now, her profile picture did stay for some reason. I don't know why that is. But yeah, very interesting, right? They're saying it's gone. At least the profile picture is still there. So it seems like now the Bilibili content is gone also, which is very, very interesting, right? And maybe this is due to the fact of, it's run by someone else, and now they've only just kind of caught on to everything that's going on. So now they are deciding to remove it alongside all of Filian's other posts, which could be the case. But also maybe it just took a little bit for them to do it. I don't know. Again, I don't know why it took longer than the other ones. But maybe it's just due to communication. But it definitely is very interesting, right? Because it means that more content is now missing. And this is still continuing on and on, because there hasn't really been an update in regards to her content and her social media pages ever since that kind of wipe, right? Since then, there hasn't really been any updates. There hasn't really been any kind of murmurs or like a YouTube video or something that people have been looking into or whatever. It just seems to be completely silent, which of course is something that is very interesting to many fans, right? And I think there was one clip that we did cover yesterday actually, which was an old clip which a lot of you guys were very interested in, where essentially she talks about a debut, right? What would happen if she was to debut? And again, she mentions a lot of things which is very much like we have now, which almost kind of confirms the fact that this will be a new debut whenever she comes back, right? Because she talks about like the fact that she wanted people to see her world, which of course is something that she mentions quite a lot within her kind of last stream. If you guys don't remember, she had a last kind of hardcore Minecraft marathon stream, where essentially, yeah, she was saying like, I'm going to show you my world and things like that, which of course is similar to what she's saying here in regards to her debut. So yeah, obviously that kind of confirms it for me and for a lot of other people, because some people were a little bit skeptical. Some people thought it might have been other things, right? But I do think that with a lot of this information from these older clips and the way that she goes about it, saying that she doesn't want it to be a normal VTuber debut, I think that of course this is the not a normal VTuber debut that we're seeing here, right? And again, I do think it is a good idea because, of course, yeah, now with VTubers getting so popular, it seems like, of course, just a regular VTuber debut isn't always enough, right? To kind of capture people's attentions. Before, it used to be a very big thing, right? At least I remember it to be a very big thing, right? A VTuber would have a debut or a re-debut or whatever, new outfit, whatever you want to call it, and that would be the talk for quite a bit. But of course, now there are many VTubers in the space that this is happening pretty much all of the time, and it's just kind of like one of these things. Whereas with Filian, obviously, it seems that she wanted to make a little bit more of a spectacle out of it, and it definitely seems that she has done so, right? And as I said in the last video as well, you can call the ARG a failure in terms of, people figuring that out and whatever, but I do think it was a huge success in terms of getting a lot of attention and getting this hiatus and this potential debut as popular as it can be, right? Because, you know, Filian was popular before, but I feel like she's gotten only even popular now with this whole stunt that she is doing, regardless of whether you think it has worked in the sense of people were able to figure it out or not, right? So yeah, very, very interesting. People saying, honestly, I'm expecting something in December, a full year from the vanishing, or something around New Year's myself. Could potentially be longer than that, and technically could be shorter, but if I were a betting man, I'll put an official debut around mid-December and early January based on nothing more than a gut feeling based on some personal assumptions. Now, again, I don't think that it will be the case. You know, I think that obviously it is quite a long time. You know, that would be over 6 more months of her being missing, which again, I just don't think would be the case. I can't see it going for another 6 months, but again, maybe, right? And I think in December as well, it's such a random time. I think December, obviously you got like Christmas and all of this kind of stuff going on. You know, many VTubers actually decide to take the day off then, right? Because of course Christmas is there and they want to go see their families or whatever. So I think that is one of those things where maybe I don't really see a December date. I don't know. It's just like, you know, that's a holiday date. It doesn't really make sense for her to be you know, doing her debut then. Maybe it does happen, right? And of course maybe I'm wrong, but of course, I don't know. I don't think December would be the right month. Maybe November. But again, I don't know. They're saying with each month that passes, she's just preparing for debut, starts to lose its plausibility. Again, I think she is. It just seems like either she's taking more of a break, she's taking, you know, longer to do some like kind of setup stuff. Again, there is some people mentioned in the comments before, because she also mentions the fact in her these old clips that the model is done pretty much, that the model was being worked on back then. So it seems that the model is finished. There is no issues with that. But I do think potentially it could include setting up like a room, right? As you guys know, Filian does all of these kind of flips and tricks and whatever you want to call them, right? So maybe she's setting up a better room to deal with that, and that is also something that is maybe taking up a little bit of time, right? And there could be many other things that could contribute to this, right? It could be, you know, just due to the fact that she's enjoying her break and that she wants to stay off. Maybe she could be moving. I don't know. That's something that maybe people haven't considered. She could have been moving at the same time too, and sometimes that takes a while for someone to get settled in and to do that. That could also be the case. Again, it could be a number of different reasons, right, as to why things are maybe delayed a little bit. But again, I do think I am definitely confident that there will be a debut at some point, right? Then she'll announce her comeback at FazeCon, have hope, which, you know, maybe, obviously, it's, yeah, a Phase Connect convention. But again, I don't know. We'll see. We'll have to see, right? But I do think this was some pretty interesting information, as it seems like this is the only kind of sign of you know, movement, I guess you could say, from the Filian accounts ever since that kind of stuff that had happened, right? You know, all the content that we've been doing recently has been covering a lot of what fans have been saying and pointing out and finding. For example, like this one clip, obviously it was a clipper. So of course, you know, this is the first bit of movement from a Filian channel. And I believe this is the official Filian channel that she has on Bilibili. Again, as I said, I don't know how she runs it, so maybe it is just someone that is catching up to speed with, you know, what she's doing at the moment and decided to do it kind of like in solidarity. But it also could be an official account that maybe it just took some time for them to, yeah, kind of take down all those videos, right? But yeah, that's essentially all there is for this, you know, little update on Filian. If you guys did enjoy this video, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. Also, go to GameStop, use my code Kazza, get 10% off. Again, they've got a ton of really cool stuff over there. Definitely recommend checking it out. And yeah, see you guys in the next one. That's all. See ya.